first off, thanks for talking to me today.
You're
No
welcome.
problem.
I saw the movie last night and I loved it. If you could just tell us a little bit about your characters.
I play Eep, who is the eldest daughter in the Croods, and she wants to break out of the cave and go her own way, forge her own path in the world and follow the light. So she sneaks out one night when she sees fire, which Guy has created. I'm just really, this has become,
No, please, yeah, no, go. You're doing great.
what is your, and then you play Guy.
I play Guy, who's like a sojourner, kind of wandering dude without a family or a home to speak of. But because of that unique characteristic, he's able to sort of use the environment around him to survive. He's like become very good at staying alive out there in a crazy world that's not a cave. So he sees these guys and refers to them as cavies, like they're something like lesser species, you know, and helps them out of their sort of closed off world and teaches them, in some regards, how to survive out here in this crazy, weird world that we live in.
How do you prepare to do an animated film? Do you do much preparation or does it just sort of happen when you're there recording?
It just sort of happened, in my experience, it just sort of happened when I was there recording. Because Chris and Kirk, the directors, are really interactive and very, they really bring you into the world and are standing up with you and reacting and all of that. So I just, on the day, find it.
Yeah.
Did you do a lot of stretching?
I stretched out.
You were aerobicized?
Before each scene, I would get in there and I would stretch. They have a stretching room at DreamWorks that is just for stretching.
Yeah, and
So
Jane
I'd
Fonda
get in there
lives
and-
in that room.
Oh yeah, this whole
She
Jane
teaches
Fonda
you.
workouts, the knee socks and the whole thing. Yeah, it was. You don't really need to do it. It's the best job in the universe. Is make no mistake at all. Recording a DreamWorks movie it doesn't get any better. I mean, you work 2-hour sessions. You can't do much more because your voice is blown after a couple of hours of it. But and you work every couple of months. It's these hardworking animators and producers and storyboard artists those are the guys that are like slaving away, round the clock. For us, it's just an incredibly plush, lovely gig. So.
You said at an event back in December that you were shocked at how the animators captured your soul.
Yeah.
So what do you mean by that?
Well, you forget they're filming you when you're recording, so they captured like little things that you do every once in a while and in situations, and it was sort of odd to see that glimmer in the character's eye, or that little thing that I might do if I'm saying something a certain way or trying to achieve something in a moment. They captured it. Yeah.
And I think, I don't really know much about painting or artists, but I have heard that painting eyes is the hardest thing to do because it's hard to really make something look alive, and the characters are so alive
Yeah.
in this movie. It is kind of creepy
Yeah.
what comes out of their eyes
Yeah.
and how subtle everything
cool.
is. It's really amazing.
And you guys, you didn't record together. You did it all separately.
We did record it together once. We had one session together, which was great. But sorry, I interrupted your question.
No. It's just if that's true that a lot of it was done individually, how hard is it for you to kind of play off the other actors? Do you get to hear their recorded dialogue as you're doing it?
Sometimes, and each time there was more that had been animated in the months that that at least I had been out of the studio. They would show me some clips or some scenes or things that had led up to whatever it was that I was recording that day.
Yeah.
So-
And the directors, they have their finger on the pulse of the characters, so they would act stuff out. I mean, they would do perfect Nicolas Cage impressions, which was kind of amazing.
Literally perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so before I go, I want to ask you guys about a couple of things. I know that you are in New York right now doing Spider-Man, right? Mm-hmm. Without giving away too much, is there anything you can tell us about that?
The script is really great. I think it's going to be really great. I'm really, really excited.
Got quite a cast.
It's been really fun so far, yeah.
And then Deadpool. When's it coming?
I don't know. It's up to the studio, and the studio is sort of reluctant, I think, to pull the trigger on such a hard rated R script. So, and then the guys that wrote it and the producers and stuff, they don't want to make it unless it's that sort of hard and that raunchy. Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, thank you very much,
All right.
guys.
Thank
you.
Appreciate it.
All right.